What is going on, everybody? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to HardCap Games, another episode here on the channel today, of more Amber Flight Gaming Pokemon Draft League content. Today we are facing off against AzaleaAkari in our Week 3 matchup. Now, I do have an announcement to make. Well, first and foremost, there's like a thunderstorm going on, so if I ever say this is my second take of doing this, that's real. Otherwise, you're seeing the first take, so good on us. But the announcement is that we've made a trade. I was looking ahead at the future weeks, and I've realized that there are some things that I really need, namely a good fairy type. Fairy types are hard to come by, especially in this generation. There aren't all that many of them. So I was taking a look around the league, and I decided to call up Daisaku1, coach of the Honolulu Honchcrows, who we do not face in this league right here. And I said, hey, would you mind trading me azumarill? And they said, well, you have Diancie, which is not a very preferable water type, or not a very preferable fairy type. And I said, okay, but what if we did a 2-for-2 swap, and I gave you my water type and you gave me your water type, and I gave you my fairy type and you gave me something else, and as long as we make the points work, I'm cool with that as long as you are. And they said, okay. So we are no longer in possession of Quaquaval or Diancie. They are now members of the Honchcrows. Instead, we have two new members to our team, which are Azumarill and Cyclizar. So I think this gives the team a little bit of a new dimension. We're going to see how it goes this week. I will say that the team we are facing off against this week is AzaleaAkari and the Lavender Town Lamps. They're over here, and we're going to go over their team in just a second. But let me just say, if you guys enjoy it, leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and let's go into what they have, and then we'll talk about what we have for this week. So their team starts off with a lot of power. This team is incredibly tough to crack. I'm kind of going into this with a mindset of if we walk out of here with a 2-0 or 1-0 loss, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to get swept. Because there are so many threats on this team that could come in a variety of ways. First and foremost is Dragapult. Dragapult is an absolute menace. Super fast, hits like a truck. It's got Curse Body, Infiltrator, and Clear Body, which means that Intimidate doesn't work. For that reason, I will say that we didn't bring Arcanine, because that's a very easy swap in for Dragapult. I thought about bringing Arcanine because they also have Scizor, which gets Bullet Punch, one of the very few priority moves in this game. It has Light Metal, Technician, and Swarm. Bullet Punch kind of just puts into work to our entire team. It was very tough prepping against this thing. Sylveon has Pixelate and Cute Charm, and is a special attacker with a decent amount of bulk built into it. Sylveon's not crazy. I don't love Sylveon's matchup if I'm Akari, but I could see the reason why you would want to bring it in this case. The biggest threat, of course, is Ursaluna. This monster Pokemon is disgustingly gross, and I hate that it's even in this league. But we got to deal with the cards that we've been dealt. Ursaluna is the Terra Captain for Normal and Ghost. Gets Unnerve, Bulletproof, and Guts. Most people run the Guts set with a Flame Orb and Facade. That's what I'm anticipating seeing today. Lilligant Hisui with Leaf Guard, Hustle, and Chlorophyll. This thing hits pretty hard once again. Gets Leaf Blade, gets a lot of fighting moves, gets Ice Spinner. It's one of the one rapid spinners and 2 defoggers on the team. The other one being Scizor gets defog as well. I think if defog's coming, it's gonna be on probably Lilligant. So I think if Lilligant comes, that's his plan to get rid of hazards, anticipating them to come on Ting Lu. Volcanion is very tough to beat. It is a legendary Pokemon. It has Water Absorb. It's a fire and water type. It's tough to take down, this thing. It hits really hard, and it's got a lot of natural bulk in it. Mesprit's here. It's got Levitate. It does learn Trick Room, which would really be to set up for the Ursaluna, the Iron Hands, the Oranguru, and the Quillfish. So if Mesprit's coming, I'm anticipating... If Mesprit comes, basically, I'm not anticipating seeing, like, Scizor or Volcanion, because I would expect it to be a Trick Room team. If Mesprit comes, I don't really see Mesprit coming in any other way, because it does kind of just get walled by Ting Lu, even though it does get Dazzling Gleam. Iron Hands, if you've been playing Raids Online, you know what Iron Hands does. It can set up a belly drum, it can close combat, it can drain punch, it can wild charge, it can thunder punch, it can ice punch. It gets so many coverage moves. It's really tough to beat. Quillfish is tier 2. Quillfish Hisui is one of the mons that I wanted to draft in the late rounds. Gets Intimidate, gets Poison Point. Pretty much if it's coming, it's going to have Barb Barrage, and it's going to have Toxic Spikes, and it's just going to be setting up Toxic Spikes. And it's going to Intimidate to really annoy me. And finally, Oranguru with Symbiosis, Telepathy, and Inner Focus is really, really tough to beat. Just because it has a lot of natural bulk. You can kind of just attack Oranguru and take it out, but in the process, you're going to allow it to attack you back. It does operate really well under Trick Room, so it's really tough to get by. So what are we bringing this week? Let's go over the team. So first things first, we are bringing Corviknight. This is a specially built, but not too specially built Corviknight. It's got 12 speed, which is anticipating a speed creep from Ursaluna, but this thing doesn't hit Ursaluna very hard. It's got U-Turn, Brave Bird, Roost, and Defog with the leftovers. I am actually kind of considering maybe in the next couple of seconds giving it Mirror Armor instead of Pressure. I think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to give it Mirror Armor, because if Quillfish comes, that's going to be really nice. We can just get rid of it. U-Turn, Brave Bird, Roost, Defog. This set outspeeds an Ursaluna, and it can live a couple of hits. Like, it can live one facade from Ursaluna. Ursaluna is so tough to beat. Basically, going into this week, it was how am I going to beat Ursaluna, especially if it goes Terra Ghost. If it's Terra Ghost, which I'm anticipating it to be, I think we just kind of lose. If it's Terra Normal, we do still have options, though. It's Impish Nature. It's just a physically defensive set. With some attack investment, just because that's all I really needed. Then we have our newest member, Azumarill. Azumarill's holding the Lumberry because the last thing I need is to get burned, which would basically negate the ability Huge Power, Aqua Jet, Play Rough, Liquidation, and Superpower. It's got enough speed here, because it is technically a speed tie with Ursaluna. This Jolly Nature Azumarill outspeeds Ursaluna if Ursaluna is adamant max speed, which it never runs. It never does, but it has it just in case. I don't know if it especially creeps anything else, because I am base 50 speed, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. Third is Cyclizar holding the Life Orb with Regenerator. His name is Trek. Dragon Claw, or U-Turn, Knockoff, Rapid Spin. This is really just a utility thing. I had for a moment an idea of bringing Shift Gear and setting up a Shift Gear, which would technically allow me to outspeed Dragapult. If I ever say Dragology in this episode, I mean Dragapult. But I couldn't find a way to set it up, so I decided instead he's just best used as a setup. Dragon Claw, I still believe, does a really good amount of damage into a Dragapult. Let me just confirm that real quick so I can tell you exactly what it does. If it's a choice spec set, it does 113. If it's a choice band set, it does 113 as well, but Dragon Darts does kill. So that's the issue with Cyclizar, is that we don't outspeed in almost any sense of the term. So he's not a great answer, but he's an answer. He's something. Then we have Landorus holding the Pasho Berry. The biggest thing about Landorus is that he has a very easy swap a lot of the time into Volcanion, and I don't want to take a Steam Eruption. So the Pasho Berry allows me to live one Steam Eruption, and Earth Power definitely does kill. I have calced that out with this wacko set that I've got going on down there. I've got a plus speed nature because it allows me to outspeed a handful of things that I'm not really going to go into. But Earth Power, Grass Knot does kill Ursaluna. Sludge Bomb. And, I'm actually going to call the audible right now because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to set up a nasty plot. So we're just going to instead bring Psychic. No, Psychic's bad at this matchup. We're just going to bring U-Turn on it. I'm not, scarfed into anything, so I can just kind of freely U-Turn if I'm threatened. I'm faster than a lot of his team. We also have Ting Lu here, who's our standard Ting Lu set. He's got 136 attack and 164 defense. I I ran the calc on what this does for me, I believe, at one point in time. No, I didn't. I didn't write down what it does. Going back to landorus for a second, actually, because I did write that down. This lives a Specs Draco Meteor or a Banded Darts. It outspeeds Quillfish, has a roll with Earth Power into Dragapult. It can kill Ursaluna with Grass Knot sometimes. It outspeeds and kills Volcanion with Earth Power. It kills Scizor after Rocks with Earth Power, which is why we have Tinglu here. Stealth Rock, Terra Blast, Earthquake, and Ruination. I really don't like that he doesn't learn a better move than Ruination. I was trying to figure out if I could bring like a payback set, because he is technically the slowest mon in the battle. But it's just, it doesn't really do anything for me in this battle unless he brings Oranguru or Mesprit. So I just figured instead I'll just bring Ruination and we'll just call it a day. And finally we have this guy right here, just a little guy, Azelf, in what is actually going to be Azelf's last move or last appearance for our team. We are dropping Azelf after this week in favor of Gallade. I looked ahead at the teams and I just said that there's no way I'm bringing Azelf for any other match. So Gallade, however, has a chance to come every week. Has a chance. I'm not guaranteeing anything with Gallade, but it has a chance to come every week for our last 4 matchups. So I figured we should make that move. It has a Focus Sash to live something. He kind of just dies to everything, but he has Grass Knot, which does specifically kill Ursaluna. He has Shadow Ball, which can hit for like 60% into... No, it's like 80%. Sorry, my apologies. 80% into a Terra Ghost Ursaluna. Flamethrower hits Scizor, so he's kind of just here for Scizor to eat 98 or 99.9% of a bullet punch, and then hit it back with Flamethrower and take out Scizor, hopefully. He is calcs that should do, I believe, somewhere in the realm of... Sorry about that, I clicked a button, but it should do somewhere in the realm of... If I pull this guy up real quick against a Scizor, I believe the number is somewhere in the 200s. 148 to 157. However, if he goes for U-turn, that or like Thief or something like that, Bullet Punch does 82%. If he goes for U-turn, it's upwards of 91. A max of 191%. But that's what we have Focus Sash for, as long as we don't have Rocks in. So if he tries to set something up, I do have Levitate, so Spikes doesn't matter, Rocks does. If Rocks is up, I have to get Suburban to defog it all the way first. I don't have a plan for this battle as opposed to for like who's coming. Tinglu's Terra Poison, by the way. So he's not very good into Ursaluna, but he's pretty good into most other things. So I don't know who we're leading. I think we might just lead with either Mies or Surburb, depending on what comes. But I'll let you know when we get to the start of the battle, and we'll figure out what our plan is. Again, I don't have high hopes for this one. His team is so incredible, but we're going to figure it out as we go along, and go Cobalions. Alright, so we are in the battle. This is about what I expected to see. I think he's probably going to try and lead with probably Spikes dude. How do I want to lead this here? He's got Volcanion, Ursaluna, Lilligant, Dragapult. I think he's probably going to try and get up Spikes, or he's going to try and bait something with this dude right here. Let's hit him with the Geo HF. And I want to look up actually Iron. What's that thing called? Hands. We're gonna go with, I think, just a pretty safe lead to start with is just a Mies. If we want to trade rocks with this guy, that's totally fine. I can just Terra Poison on him as well. And then I can get rid of the Spikes when he comes back in. So we're gonna go with this guy. I think he's gonna lead with... Oh, no, that was the worst possible option for me. Okay. Well, I should have expected this. I saw it in one of my prep matches. This thing learns every move under the sun. It learns Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Wild Charge, Close Combat, Belly Drum. I don't know what he's going to go for. But I do know that whatever he goes for probably does a lot of damage. So let me see. Ting Lu against a Iron Hands. If he's banded, close combat does kill. If I Terra, Earthquake will do 56. My Earthquake back will do 50 at most. That's not horrible. That's not a horrible read. Cyclizar can come in and he dies basically. Landorus comes in and probably dies. I'm anticipating this thing having Ice Punch. I think I can probably just Terra, because he's probably gonna go for close combat. I can Terra Poison and go for. I don't want to lose this thing so early though. I'm gonna go for Earthquake. He probably close combats into me. It does so little damage. Oh my goodness, that's like 0 investment. Oh my goodness, what type of investment does this thing have? He's not banded, that's for sure. Because banded, that would have done. If I'm Terra. Oh, it would have done 25. So he's not banned. Oh, he's. Did it say what he was? No, he didn't have an item pop. So I don't know. I don't know what he is. But he's not banned, that's for sure, which is great. Yeah, so if he's chip pot, it does around 15%. So this is great. I feel pretty confident just going for an Earthquake again, because nothing really wants to take one. Or is he gonna? He might try and save this thing. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. No. I need to get my rocks up. I have to get rocks up. I have to be able to chip things. Wild Charge does 15% damage by recoil. Get up the rocks. This is awesome. Now he's useless and can't switch back in. And he has no steel types. So I can just kind of go for Terra Blast. Or no, I can just go for a straight up Earthquake. I need to keep him healthy. If he's looking to sack this thing, he's gonna... Oh. No, okay, never mind. This thing's gone. Alright, cool. Good job, Mies. Picking up a nice kill. 57% health left. If he goes for this Toxic Spikes, we can still get them up. Or he can get them up and we can get rid of them in 2 different ways because we fly. And here's this guy. Now Ursaluna with Headlong Rush does 100%. What's my safest swap here? Facade kills. That thing dies there. My best option is to go into Corviknight. I can't hit him back, but I live whatever hit he's going for. And I can kind of U-turn into something else. I don't want to just take needless damage, but I need to keep Mies alive. I need to keep Mies alive for the middle of the game, for when the Toxic Spikes do eventually come. I have to have that. So I'm gonna go into Corviknight. He's probably got Fire Punch. Oh, he set up a Swords Dance. Oh, that's my worst case scenario. Oh, that's worst case scenario. I think we just get revert. I think we just get 5-0'd. I don't think we have a way to beat this thing now, because now he's at +2. And Fire Punch, if he has Fire Punch, will do 103% to me right this very second. So I think I just gotta chip it with Brave Bird. I gotta chip it with Brave Bird, and then I gotta bring in azumarill. And hopefully he thinks that he's just gonna be able to set up right now. Yep, there's Fire Punch, so Surbub goes down. Oh, I can't believe... Yep, there's nothing I can do here. I know I'm faster in almost every sense of the term, because I was faster with... Who was faster, Azumarill or Corviknight? Azumarill's way faster. Okay, so because he didn't outspeed here, I can pretty safely go into Katara and go for a Liquidation, which should do somewhere north of 68%. Nothing really wants to take this except for he can go pretty safely into Volcanion. So I can actually just... yeah. So his swap here would be Volcanion. So I can go for Superpower. Terra Normal, that's awesome. Yes! Okay, we're not out of this yet. We're not out of this. Okay, that was my best case scenario, but now Katara's got to get out of here. I don't know what comes in next. Okay. Terra Normal was best case scenario in that situation. Losing Suburb always sucks. That's a massive defensive pivot. We don't have defog anymore. All we can really do is go absorb. Oh, nice shiny. We can go absorb the special moves. I'm anticipating this thing is going to go for a Leaf Blade right now. That's just my hard read on this subject. Leaf Blade 100% kills. Losing Corviknight does suck because now this thing's pretty safe to just go for Victory Dance. I don't even know what does Victory Dance even do. Logan, Hisui, Smogon. Where's Victory Dance? What? Huh? Oh, SV. Victory Dance raises the attack, defense, and speed by 1. I have to get out of here. He knows that. So let's just pull up Lilligant. Victory Dance. Okay, if he goes for Ice Spinner, which would be a crazy read, I definitely die to it. I take it so much from Leaf Blade. I do have Sludge Bomb, and I have U-Turn as well. I don't know speed though, so whatever he goes for, that's an L. Oh my goodness, how do I deal with this thing? I think I probably have to sack something. Who's sackable here? Cyclozar does outspeed, but he does not kill, which sucks. It totally sucks. I probably have to keep Cyclozar alive because it does have Rapid Spin. I think we go... Alright. If I go into Mies, I'm Terra Poison. Oh, he can't touch me. He can't touch... If he is the standard set that Pokemon Showdown's calc is telling me right now, the OU Victory Dance. If he goes for Victory Dance, that's going to suck. But the most he can do to me is a close combat at 19%. So I can go pretty safely back into Ting Lu here. Leaf Blade. Yep. There's that 12%. I'm anticipating him probably being Wide Lens maybe to make sure he's probably Hustle and he's probably Wide Lens to make up for it. So now with this thing in its face, I don't know what he wants to do. He probably doesn't want to take a Terra Blast to the face, right? I mean, maybe he does. I really doubt he does. I mean, he's got a... Does he know I have Terra Blast? He probably doesn't. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. This is a really good roll to kill. Oh, he put his defense up. I forgot about that. That sucks. Okay. Well, we know that it should do enough on the second turn here. So now he's at +1 attack, +1 defense, and +1 speed. So I've got to get rid of this thing somehow. Earthquake will do 23% max, so that's not a good roll. Terra Blast is very safe. Cool Fish comes in here, takes a little bit. Intimidate's going to hurt for a second. That's not going to do anything. Yeah, okay. So Mies has to come out because Intimidate sucks. But I can pretty safely go into Sanjin here because this thing almost never runs any moves. There's spikes. Okay. With this thing in my face now, how much does U-Turn do? 2. Quillfish. Hisui. I'm assuming he's a defensive set. And I don't have Nasty Plot, I have U-Turn. U-Turn doesn't do anything. Earth Power does 86% max. This is a roll right here. This is a roll, and it's a good roll! Let's go, Landorus! Let's go! Okay. We're still not out of the woods, because Volcanion is still there, but that thing is gone, and that is awesome. Now we have to deal with their 3 biggest threats. It takes a little bit of damage there. I am 100% outsped by this thing. But we know what he wants to do. He's probably got Ice Spinner, if I had to guess. If he's got Ice Spinner kills me straight up. But I can go back into Mies pretty safely, take 30%. I haven't even brought out Katara yet, which is pretty cool. Ice Spinner, yep, that's what I thought. A little bit faster. Now what wants to eat it? What wants to eat a Terra Blast, Akari? This is up to you. You can let this thing go down. Or you can... I don't know. Oh, interesting. What does that do? Nothing. That's what it does. Okay, so now Dragapult is sitting across from me, and I think this is where we lose. I'm gonna assume he's banded. Oh, Earthquake does a decent amount. Earthquake? Oh, it doesn't have a chance to kill. He's gonna live on 1. But if he's banded, he doesn't have a move that does... Earthquake is very safe right here. I feel very confident going for an Earthquake. I might want to save him for later. So, like, just for example, what does everything else take? You die, you die. If he's Phantom Force or something. He could be like a weird, like, Phantom Force Power Herb thing. There was a moment where I considered Power Herb Dig on Azelf. Yeah, I don't know. I like my... No, because he's going to be important later. He's so important to the rest of this battle. Do I just let Azelf go down? No, Azelf is a free swap back in. What does he want to do right now? Looking at me. He probably wants to go for Dragon Darts. He's going to hit twice. Let's just go into Katara. Let's go into Katara. Draco, nothing. I'm a fairy type. Good move. Good move. I definitely scare him back out. This is awesome. This is actually going way better than I thought. If I have azumarill sitting here, if he goes into Volcanion right now, superpower is gonna... What's he at? 100? Yeah, he's at 100. So superpower will do 40. Which isn't bad. I don't mind that. Yep, here's Volcanion, just like I thought. He's heavy duty boots. That's good intel. I take a little bit of an L there. And who wants to swap in on a Steam Eruption? Not you. I mean, you can kind of stay in, but now you're lower. So now, yeah, your attack is down 1 stage, and your defense is down 1 stage. I'm not really doing much of anything to this thing anymore, so I kind of have to get Azumarill back out so I can take on the Dragapult again later. Azelf, Steam Eruption has a chance to pop Sash. Can I? No, I mean, cycles are so frail. Oh, well, actually, he doesn't... Actually, he has a pretty decent magic here. What does he want to go for, is my question. What is Volcanion sitting across from me right now to do other than to eat a fairy move? He's got to have something. Let's see. He could have Sludge Bomb. In which case, if he wants to Sludge Bomb, I can always just go back into Mies. It's not a bad option. I forgot that Mies was alive for a second, actually. Terra Poison, it'll do 40%, and Mies is at 50. Earthquake will do 81 back. That's not bad. However, I am outsped by him, so I think that Mies has to come back in as a revenge killer. I don't want to let this thing go down, because otherwise he can just freely Draco Meteor me. I'm just going to go into Mies. I'm going into Mies. I take a little bit. Sludge Bomb does 28%. I'm definitely now outsped. However, if I let Mies go down right now, here's my thinking, right? Mies goes down. No, I don't know if I can let Mies die. Steam Eruption is definitely going to kill. Earth Power, if he has it, is definitely going to kill. But he has Sludge Bomb, which isn't normally run on a Volcanion. He doesn't have Taunt. It's the first move we've seen from him. So I don't know what set he could possibly have right now. Is he Specs, maybe? Well, how much did that do? 10%? He's not Specs. If he was Specs, that would have done 14 to 17%, and that did 10. What if he's any item other than specs? Yeah, that's appropriate then. So he's not. Oh yeah, he's heavy duty boots. What am I talking about? He's boots. No, that's a heavy ball. I want to lock in heavy duty boots here to see. Yeah, he's probably gonna kill. On the off chance he doesn't kill, I'm just gonna go for Ruination. Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright. Am I at a point now where Sanjin just kind of comes in and cleans up? What's Dragapult at? 65%? I know I'm out. I get outsped by everything. I think Landorus can kind of just come in and clean up here. Did we see what item he was holding? He was Draco, so he's definitely specs, if anything. Draco will do 98. I outspeed this thing. I take 96 from Draco. Earth Power kills. Lilligant comes in. I probably die to Lilligant, but... Actually, how do I beat Lilligant from here on out? Now that Misa's gone, I don't know. I'm just going to go into Sanjin. I'm going to go for an Earth Power. This should definitely kill. This is a very, very safe move. For whatever comes in dies. I believe everything dies. So if he tries to swap in Lilligant right now, for some reason, Lilligant should die to this thing. Yeah, Lilligant will take around 40% from Earth Power. This is a very safe move. It should kill everything that's still on the field. It should just be a Landorus sweep. Lilligant comes in, takes 10%. Actually, Lilligant's going to kill me right now. Huh. Lilligant's going to kill me with a spinner. See how it speeds. Then let's end up needing the Pasho Berry. Could I have outsped this thing? Let me just check real quick. Could I have outsped it? Oh, I easily could have outsped this thing if I had put max speed into it. Oh well. I'm gonna assume that he's 333. No one. Oh, he does. Okay, we go into Azelf. Here's the deal. We go into Azelf. He misses, and oh my god, I could have killed him. I could have killed him. So now whatever he goes for right now, I definitely live because of the sash. And I can just kind of go for flamethrower into whatever's still here. Azelf's gonna pick up probably his first kill, as long as I don't miss a flamethrower. Oh, never mind. Wow. Fascinating. I'm still at full. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that I'm Sash. And he might. But Dragapult. Band. Oh no, he specs. He's going to specs himself into most likely maybe Shadow Ball because a Draco Meteor doesn't do anything. But if he's Shadow Ball, I still kill anyways with Shadow Ball. Yep, he's Shadow Ball. Sash works. Shadow Ball hits him back. There he goes. Nice. Love it. He takes a little bit there. And I'm going to die here because he's faster, so that's fine. We'll let him go down. I'll bring in Cyclizar, and we'll just pick up our last kill. Yep, there's Ice Spinner. And into Lilligant. The max he can be if he's Jolly, because we know he's not specs or anything, so if he's probably Jolly Wide Lens. Fastest he can be is 333. Cyclizar is 341. Cyclizar comes in, and it should just pick up the kill with Dragon Claw, and that should be GG's. Alright, good stuff. Alright, we're going to move to 2-1 on the season. GG's to Akari. And we're going to hop in the call with him real quick, and we're going to talk about how this match went. So give me just 1 second, and I'll be right back. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay.
That was a very good battle. You had me on the edge of my seat like a lot in that battle. I don't know if you recognized how often I was kind of panicking over here.
I felt like you had absolute control of the game, like the entire... From after I made a stupid decision to click close combat into a Pokemon with Earthquake against an electric type. Then I lost Ursaluna to not knowing about superpower, and from there I lost answer to Azumarill, my easy answer to Azumarill. And Tinglu poison. I forget what the plan was into it, but I didn't. There really wasn't a good plan.
It was probably Ursaluna, right?
Yeah, Ursaluna. Ursaluna Headlong Rush.
Yep.
Was gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I forget what happened. I guess you switched out
on Ursaluna, or
well, I think I got Ursaluna into Tinglu, and I think you switched.
Yeah, So you brought it in after I took down Iron Hands.
Yeah.
And then I decided I was gonna swap because I was terrified of Headlong Rush, and you went for Swords Dance, which is 100% the right read.
Yeah. I had that read. I think like I didn't expect any speed investment in your Azu.
Yes, it was a very specific build just to outspeed.
Well, yeah, because I put specifically I went I sped crept by 1, just in case, because just for those who don't know, Azumarill and Ursaluna have the same exact base speed. So I decided to put. I had 252 health, 252 HP, 252 attack, and 4 speed. And the 4 speed would have given me the edge if HardCap didn't do a different build specifically for the Ursa.
Yeah. So I recognized very early on that if Ursaluna got up a Swords Dance, I probably lost.
It was generally lights out. Yeah, I probably win. It would have been tough maybe into Corv, but I don't remember what I would have. Oh no, I had flame. You had fire punch for Corv, which was the first KO. Was fire punching the Corv. Yeah, I thought that the Azelf would be. I thought it was over when Azelf came in against Lilligant, because I thought you would. I thought, because I guess you didn't put enough. I guess because I looked at max speed Jolly, and I was still not faster than a max speed. What was it? It's max speed, and let me look. It's like whatever. Azelf, plus speed and 252 speed is faster than my Lilligant. And so I thought that I switched out the first time thinking that you were going to go for that you would just be able to hit Psychic, and I would not be able to do anything about it. So I wanted to eat something. I wanted to eat you the move with my dragapult.
Yeah,
I think it worked out. Like I got the KO there. I just didn't the sash. I didn't get the KO because the sash got me. That was a good set. That was a really good set by you.
Can I tell you a secret? Maybe it's not a secret. It's going to go on YouTube. The sash, I made that decision at literally 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's typically the
that's typically the bring. But
that's the typical
I was like,
bring on Azelf is sash. I imagine you can sash, and then depending on the Pokemon, you can just go kaboom.
Yeah, I didn't have Kaboom, actually. I was Grass Knot, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave for the intention of okay, well, if I'm stuck in a position where I'm sitting across from Dragapult and he's at full, there's no way I can kill with Shadow Ball, so I should just Thunder Wave it so I can just be annoying with it, basically.
Yeah, I lost my Hazard setter early, but the Hazard's even if I set a Toxic Spikes over a Spikes, I don't think it mattered that much in the game. In the match, keeping it in was the issue. I don't think I had I don't think I had a great switch into Lando at that point. Maybe.
Once he went down, Lando, except for
once I made that mistake with hands, that was really bad. That really it was oh, okay, this is bad. Like I said, I felt fortunate. In the chat, I said I felt lucky to get more than just the KO on the Corv. Honestly, because I thought that yeah, I thought that. I had my plan against Landorus, which I had the usual ice spinner on Lilligant, and I had and I had ice punch on hands.
Yep, I figured you probably had either ice punch or fire punch on hands.
Yeah.
I was terrified, if I can be honest, and if you had brought this, you would have won the game because I did not have a way to do more than 50% to a Terra Ghost Ursaluna.
I checked for Terra Ghost, and I felt like you had enough into it.
There were ways for me to do at most 60 to it, and if you went Terra Ghost, you were just able to just kind of run through me because I couldn't possibly do enough to you. I was so scared of this team.
If I had Terra Ghost, the Azumarill probably doesn't kill with that move.
Oh no, it doesn't.
And then I clicked Facade, and you would have fainted.
Yep.
But I don't know. It felt closer at the end. I took too much. Obviously, the close combat. I forgot that the death drop made it so that Earthquake did 90%. That might have been a pretty good roll, I think. But at the same time, I still never should have put myself in that position. I could have predicted.
On turn 1 with the.
I could have predicted the Terra Poison, and I could have just switched to Ursa, and that would have been much easier. Or I just predict it, and I click Wild Charge, and come what may. Because that would have done still a decent chunk. That was definitely I was trying to figure out how defensive that was because it was doing only slightly less than my calcs.
The Ting Lu or
the Ting Lu's defensive. I think he slightly went into E because he
actually wasn't even max. He wasn't max.
No, it wasn't max defense. Yeah. No, but it had a little bit of defensive investment. I knew that.
Yeah, I was. I calced myself to live. I think it was a. Oh yeah, so Ting Lu was specially calced with 208 HP, 136 attack, 164 defense, which I believe, and I didn't write this down, but I should have. It allowed him to live both a Specs or a Banded
Dragapult.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Either Draco or Darts, I believe.
Yeah,
was the best physical one you got.
It was.
He was calced to live both.
Yeah, it was living a lot of that for sure. Yeah,
Going for Terra Poison turn 1 was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to try and use my ground type to maybe bait Volcanion, but you brought out the one. I was like, he's probably just gonna lead with Quillfish. Just go for the Toxic Spike. We can just trade.
I debated Quillfish start.
I figured we were just gonna trade hazards to start with and just move on with our day.
I don't know. It felt really good last week to have the pressure of Iron Hands out there. It's a pretty bulky Pokemon. That was an AV set.
Was it?
It was AV, yeah. It was. It was Assault Vest with the usual moves. It just ran instead of Swords Dance, it ran it ran Ice Punch instead of Swords Dance. Yeah. I mean, it's just I had Iron Hands specifically. I had Iron Hands specifically EV crap, or I had it specifically to outspeed Corviknight.
It's a good set.
And specifically for Wild Charge, and I don't know how far you went with the Azumarill, but I mean, I had a guaranteed Oko on with Wild Charge on the Azumarill.
Oh, I had nothing in terms of defense for Azumarill.
Yeah, I meant speed because maybe you had some outspeed, but
yeah, Azumarill had 100 was Jolly with 184 speed.
Well, yeah, that was more than the Iron Hands,
which puts me 1 point over max speed Adamant Ursaluna.
I just figured that I didn't suspect that Yeah, because
It's tough to predict.
Because like Ursaluna is so slow, there's like generally no reason to go for anything in speed. It's just bulky. So
I had 0 speed IVs in Ting Lu.
Yeah, I knew that.
Just because I was expecting you like 0 EVs, 0 IVs, everything, and a negative nature because I was I figured there was a chance, a very small chance, but a chance of Oranguru or Mesprit coming with Trick Room. Yeah, Trick Room.
I've wanted to find a Trick Room spot, but every week it's kind of too awkward because somebody will have like stuff that's like slower than my slowest Pokemon. I think week 1 I had a team that was actually like no speed IVs, no investment, and I decided against it, and I just kind of went with what I thought was pretty good. I thought the team building process was my team building process was good this week.
I thought I had I had a terrible time prepping.
Yeah, you did like.
Well, I had a terrible time preparing.
You did enough when I made a mistake where it was just like where I just like couldn't come back from it. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but it felt a lot more difficult when the Ursa went down and the Ting Lu was up. Like, I should have seen if Azumarill had a super effective move that could kill. I didn't look for
typically
it.
The 4 moves I run are what he typically runs. I didn't really change anything about him. I just had, Aqua Jet, Play Rough, Liquidation, Superpower.
Yeah, typically
what he gets.
Yeah, I guess Superpower is a norm. I thought it might be a Belly Drum set.
Oh yeah, I considered Belly Drum for a minute.
Because that's the other move that like comes up on the calculator is
a
Belly Drum set
with Citrus Berry. Yep.
Yeah.
If
you had done that, obviously I would have had all sorts of answers, but
yep.
I didn't. Me nor my partners really looked into that specifically, but again, it was well done, and I couldn't really I couldn't. I just kept hanging in and trying to see what I could see, how many I could take out before I kind of knew it was gonna be over. I thought if Lilligant like had a chance if it wasn't at 10 HP, because
oh yeah,
I don't
that definitely,
because like it had a kill on Azumarill from 88. It had a kill on Lando from full. Cyclizar, I had a kill as well, but Cyclizar is always faster. If I was higher health, you might have had something for it to kill. I don't know if you do have Stab Dragon Claw, which I didn't calc it because I kind of knew the game was over.
I can tell you right now, Dragon Claw did 76 max with my current build.
Oh yeah, so yeah, there was pretty much no way I was surviving it.
But Close Combat and Ice Spinner both do upwards of 120.
Yeah, but you're always faster. So
but I was faster, so
I mean, because it's a Lilligant and my only good ability is Hustle, I can't run. I have to either sack chances of stuff missing, or I run Wide Lens. Like if I had Scarfed Lilligant, I probably would have. Like Scarf Lilligant might have been the play, but it might have also caused me to not be able to. I guess it wouldn't have. But also the Hustle Wide Lens is like, it's really strong.
Yeah, it's the one you really gotta bring with him. Otherwise, you're gonna miss how many of your moves. I mean, missing that Ice Spinner definitely hurt.
Every move, the spinner miss was unfortunate. I didn't feel like it meant that much in the match. But
it would have made Azelf useless, and I would have had to pretty much just sack him at that point.
Oh, gotcha.
Because Ice Spinner would have probably killed if I didn't have Sash. Ice Spinner would have done 50%.
No, Ice Spinner's like 50 to 60. It would have put put Azelf in a rough spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I didn't think I could just click Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade would have actually, the reason I clicked Spinner was, I kind of just, Yeah, I guess I should have just clicked Leaf Blade. I thought you were just gonna click Psychic and kill my poke. No. I clicked Ice Spinner because it didn't matter what move I picked, because it was already at 1 HP. And so I mean, either way, no matter what move I do, I have a chance of missing still. It's like I think my moves are like 95 or something. I don't think they're. I think Hustle Widelands doesn't put them back to 100%. Doesn't put it to 100%. Because I've kind of learned that. But yeah, I mean, I think for this, like, I don't know. I'm literally 4 matches into playing drafts. I don't have much matches under my belt. I just have a really good set of. I just have really good people helping me, which I feel like because I didn't really see like the whole lines. I had most of the team, and I unfortunately had to leave my one of my favorite Pokemon. I had to leave. This match, Sylveon had to be on the bench because Sylveon was pretty bad into your team.
We determined that too. That Sylveon was probably your least likely.
Sylveon was bad, and Scizor was left on the cutting room floor for hands.
Yeah,
the Scizor was
I
not quite as good.
I think that's still a very solid move. Bullet Punch did a lot to a lot of my teams, but Iron Hands gets the coverage, which
Hands has that great coverage. Yeah. That's why I overall went with it.
Yeah, I can't fault you for making that decision at all. That's probably the right decision to make in a lot of cases.
Yeah, so. It was. Yeah, this like the Ting Lu was like I looked at everything else and said, okay, I have like I felt like I felt good. I feel good about this game even though I lost. I felt like I was trying to press like something I struggled in the other matches was it was all about like. It was more like I had all these revenge kills situations. Maybe not even that because I have a lot of slow Pokemon, but like I had situations where I was like I have answers, and this week I was like I have pressure. I just have to figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
And you had the answer to the Ursa, and that was a really good call. Yeah, I might have. I think the Terra Ghost was a potential call. I just didn't really. Yeah, I thought that just the Terra Normal was fine because I didn't see the superpower play at all. And your set was really good to be faster. So
yeah, it was very tough prepping for your team. You have a team that gives anyone fits. I mean, the 5-hit combo really of Dragapult, Scizor, Ursaluna, Lilligant, Volcanion, Iron Hands. I don't know how many I just named. 6 maybe. And Sylveon's there too.
I really like the Volcanion.
That's a great value pick all the way down there.
I really like the Bring. It had good moves and everything, but then I like kept looking back. I was like, dang, like it still felt like. It felt still slightly out of place, but I didn't really have. But it was like really good into. Like it was really good in the Corviknight because it has.
It's all the fire moves.
Its usual fire move. It has the cover. It has legs into non-Terra Tinglu.
Steam Eruption has a chance to burn.
It has Steam Eruption for Lando.
Yep.
Like it was.
It's really good.
It was pretty good. Like I was pretty. I was overall really happy. I was overall like happy with the team and the prep. Like I didn't want to get. I got cute with really one Pokemon with EVs. Otherwise everything was pretty stock standard. Like I didn't. Like I'm not sure that I really need. I'm not sure I really need to be. Like, like unless it's a very very specific case where I'm trying to deal with like a very problematic Pokemon. This season, have I rarely like changed many of the EVs from like the usual 252, 252-4, maybe a slightly different amount, but
yeah, I've been trying to be super bold with my EV building and just being like, okay, how can I make this as strange as possible so they can't expect it, which has helped. It's also hurt a little bit because I'm sacrificing things I shouldn't be sacrificing, but it's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything you want to plug? Any channels or anything? Any socials?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thank you once again for joining me. This is a great conversation. GG's once again.
Yeah,
Who do you have
GG's.
next week?
I don't know. Let me look at the schedule. I have it.
I know I have Armania.
I don't
So
have.
I'm
I don't know. I
terrified.
have.
Looks
I
like
play Grace and I play Squirrel next week.
oh,
So that'll be interesting.
yeah,
he's,
that's a tough team.
He's on a bit of a
He's on a-
win streak right now. He
He's on a
beat
tear.
he beat Slitherwings and he beat
I
won
wanted-
against he won against the Agrons who swept me
Yeah.
last week. So but he did lose week 1 to Espathra. And
I wanted most of his Pokemon on my team. I wanted most of them, and they just never came back to me.
Yeah, I felt with the draft that I did pretty good.
You did a great job with your draft. You got some great picks at every round.
Yeah,
It's very tough.
There's still like a little bit of weakness, but I ended up. But I felt like I felt like the Mesprit pickup kind of covered. Has some good coverage.
It does get a lot
into
of
like
coverage.
if there's a lot of like I know that there was only one. I knew that Ting Lu was pretty much the only Earthquake user. But so I didn't think Mesprit was too good. But yeah, I appreciate the time to have an interview.
Yeah, of course.
Makes me less salty.
If
Makes
you
me
wanna-
less salty after the match.
If you want to swap out Mesper for Azelf, he's going on the block this week.
No, I'm good. I like what I have. I don't know if the points. I don't know how the points work with that, but I'm gonna pretty much stick with my team for the rest
Yeah,
of the.
you have a great team.
Pretty
You
much
should-
sticking with it unless something really
stick with
needs to
them.
change, and then I can do it. I have to make the move next week, so it takes effect week 5.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you'd have to make it for the next week. Well, you can make the move like right now. It can happen for next week.
Oh yeah, it would work for next week, but I don't. Again, I
No.
didn't really see anything for next
Yep.
week.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much for a great battle. GG's once again, and have a great rest of your season. And hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs if we both make it there. Who's to say?
Yeah, I'm very unlikely to make it at this point. I would have to.
You can go on a 4-game win streak.
I'd
and
have
make
to
it.
win out with good prep.
You could go on a 4-game win streak at any point in time.
I
Nothing saying
guess.
you can't.
I'm pretty. I think I'm just happy that I got more than one KO in a match right now. So.
Yeah, you did a great job. So
Thanks.
don't be down on yourself. You played great.
No, yeah, I just need to make a little. I just need to, more improvements will help me throughout the week. So I appreciate it, and I hope that you have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. All right, well have a good one.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below. We're moving to 2-0 on the season. I don't even know who picked up all of our kills. I feel like everybody but Corvinet got one. So we'll leave that up to the commissioner. But we are now 2-1, baby. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ethan. This is HardCap Games, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.